Good morning, US. Yes. So, why did they bring back a girl whose head, the original, was smashed on the coastlines in Intel? The Delft Radio, literally, the number Delft, from the Bilderberg Hotel in the Netherlands. Lukerk. I don't think the number matters really, but they said it was particular. Anyway, let's say the girl connected the dots with Wise to Globals in 80 countries, if you want to say 81. And all the license plates and t-shirts were 696969. Why? Because they knew what that girl was before you smashed her head on the coastlines. And there was obviously a ship to yacht with Jamila. Now she's a pin-up girl. Yeah, it's all news on the news. Education free, presidents, kids running after her, calling her for dead phenomena. All so that you can flaunt your 5X bras on me, whether you're nurses or not. They made a study at university in London and Germany and Rome and Warsaw. I don't know about the other countries where I come from. I'm talking about the countries I was educated, born and raised in. And the UN, about 5X bras. Because the bigger your tits are, the less you are intelligent. I'm sorry to break that to you. Like in Fresno. Some girls who have small tits are also fucking bitch. Whores and everything else. But those who have that big bras, arms, tits are not considered. You know, it's like when they say, do you have a tattoo? Well, then you're not a secret agent. Breaking airspace or sciences. It's just not common, you see, to be, being a genius is being a genius, but breaking records in space tech, having corporations and others fall down with you as a ship, that's not the same. While you're publishing shit, that girl was busy flying to run it. Now, when you bring back Disneyland and you have squadrons of American bitches and whores and their useless boyfriends stalking her, the extras and stuff like that on her little crawlies. And why I say little crawlies? Because they sent the psychops. You see, Dr. Parrots are psychops. And they're not just the hospital psychops. It's the intel. Why? Because when you see that the US lost intel on the coastlines, July 20th of the 21st century, that kind, as Dirk-Jan van Dam would say, kind, based in kind. The Hague, the Bureau de Veritas for the pin-up girl, whatever you want. Those guys left long ago. The ship has left long ago. So when they're burning it down to you, they're saying, you're fucking retarded, you ass. The intel communities, even if I'm not intel, after the Hague. So why did they bring back genetics, pink and blues? You want to know how the blues are created. We product in the times. I will not tell you what you lost on the coastlines. You're not capable of that science, and you're not capable of bringing back the dead from the Hague as Ubermensch, pink and blues, the eggs. The science you lost on the coastlines, while you're jumping on my grave with my broken teeth and bones on the coastlines, I am the pin-up Disney of that. You are absolute terrorists, US. And your whores and bitches with the 5X bras in Frisco or Fresno running after me and tearing their ass hairs out of their assholes and wanting me dead. This is what Dr. Parrots was pointing out to you. More paperwork for 221 July 20th. You're even jealous of the Germans putting Jamila as an obituary and Issa and Nasa on their websites. Because that girl's dead with her head smashed in on the coastlines. That's what you are, US. That they brought back Disneyland. And they said around the world there's grays and there's pink and blues out there who are genetics after Smashton had The Hague. There, Kim Van Damme is just sitting there at The Hague at the Bureau de Veritas pin-up girl saying, I've never met a girl like you before. But Frank, that's the lowland engineering. This was Russian and Saudi. That's the Polish and Egyptian. And that's the old news on the news in the UN. Corporates and all. You wonder why the ship left with me on the coastlines? You have pretenses. If you do that many flyings beyond the hills, the mountains are way past the library. Way past the library. Those are the flyings. I mean, there are not many runnings on the hills. When I said runnings, that many runnings back and forth, defending the barons. And eventually you have your head smashed in on the coastlines. And you have pretenses that that shit's empty on your soil? I don't care if it was it's your soil collectively. You lose. You lose the corporations. You lose everything. Poor places on the planet, they call it Nigeria. The old news on the news. The Gone with the Wind. The fairy tale of Delph. Of the smashed in head coastlines with the scientists. You cry for dark mission. You cheebos. You wannabe careerist Jewish fucking retards. If I smash your fucking head, you're not coming back and pick up your Ubermensch like me. I'm not Jewish. You fucking losers. You are the most backward country in sciences. You pay money to the Russian space tech, the Saudis, the Chinese, the Germans, the UN, to bring sciences to you. And then you smash the leader's head on the coastline to bring back Disneyland, and you have the smelliest cheerleaders on the streets, psycho stalkers from Fresno, from LA, in San Francisco. And you speak about sciences in San Francisco. Then reopen the shit on the coastlines, genius. Sheep to yacht, Bobby girl. They're not coming back to your shit country, asshole. Most probably because you're Jewish. Again, what's good for America and what's bad for America? The Hague on your own soil of scientists is bad. But then I'm just a nobody, just a peanut girl, right? Now, you waste my time with your fucking assholes. You're wasting the time of Intel with your haters. And I am, quite frankly, when I got out of Fresno, I was 40. I went straight to Broads. Why they made that happen? Because they know about the stalkers. Your stalkers are federal prisoners in San Quentin from Fresno. I stopped caring. You want to have sex? Go ahead. Knives not knives, plays no plays. Moment of weakness, they will turn around and kill you. Reason being, you will not reopen the coastlines. Reason being, you're cheerleading the death of an individual who was much worse than Marie Curie in the 21st century, July 20th, 21st, with a head smashed in Disneyland replacement. Why am I Disneyland replacement of that girl? You fucking whores. And bitches with your PhDs. Your university professors in Princeton, Harvard, and Yale, and in Washington, D.C. will not reopen Jamila's July 20th, 221, Grays, Blacks, and Pinks, and the corporations in the UN who were with that girl, peanut butter and a Hague on my coastlines, and I saw it coming from China, and I don't remember it, because it's all news on the news and yours. Paperwork. So, geniuses. They brought back pink and blues. Don't ask about the blues. I ain't the blues. Told you the shit, there's limits to growth. I told you everything from the beginning to the end. But because you are really psychos, don't ask. Like literally. So the Dr. Parrots in Berlin, in Warsaw, in London, Rome, are speaking about Schadenfreude Jr. for me. They're showing your filth scum. Literally what you are as people. Because it's not any more Intel attacking me. And the Intel on the coastlines that attacked me is paying with a ship to yachts and the corporations that left with that girl. And you say that greys and pinks don't exist, and pinks don't exist, Poland pink, Russia greys and blacks, Egypt pink, Saudi Arabia greys and blacks, and that these are all corporations that also were with her in the UN and in Woolwich. And you were saying that if there were phenomena from Russia, Saudi or UN or Europe, those born there, actual scientists from those countries and the UN who knew that girl, saw her flying to run it, and would have got involved in a personal level with that girl even. Not only the corporate scientists, but the people, the scientists that knew her. That's a ship to yacht. That's a book. That's what you lost. I can't help you. And it's not one or two. Oh, and they say ship. And man, I had a professional 21st century long ago with pick and blues. They meant it. So what they're saying is, are you angry? You have pretenses that you lost Inter. In other words, you say, fuck the Inter for being alive, and fuck the Inter for having been hagged on our coastlines, and fuck Disneyland. US, you're a fucking joke! Cancel the delve 2-to-1 joke. Then you get pissed off that you cannot reopen the show on the ghost lines. And you look at Disneyland, it's like, I'm gonna kill Disneyland, bitches. I'm a patriot. You're not a patriot. You're retarded fucking bitches. Either you're retarded, like 5-year-old Disneyland Indios who don't want to listen to this. I was listening to this. I didn't have a choice. You're not listening to anything. It goes from one ear to the other. Even Indios is more intelligent than you. A dead baby is more intelligent than you. What the fuck's wrong with you with your PhDs? Why didn't you fix that shit on the ghost lines yourself? You can't? Then that's your problem. It was because it was there long ago, and then when the girl had a smashed head on the ghost lines mermaid, said the mermaid of the mermaids, they left. Now, because you're angry at that, or you hate me, I don't know what reason you hate Disneyland. In any case, it's still not the parents in Fresno or retirements. They saw you shouting for a junior. No one of you bitches has parents born in binary accounts beyond the capital cities. None of you bitches in Fresno, in most of California, have parents born in binary accounts beyond the capital cities, in the middle of nowhere, savages of the savagest places, North Pieshitz, Turk, Russian, Saudi. At the age of 4 or 5, they leave those binary camps, a darkness beyond, and they become D1s, Directorates for Humanitarian Services. And those humanitarian leave services, they're dropping aid all over, on helicopters, all over Africa, South America, Asia. They've been in Iraq 1 or 2, 3 times. You hating vitriol in Fresno. Not only are you low-scum criminals, you must be retarded bitches in Fresno. Like literally. Because playing with Disneyland after smashed an head on the coastlines takes a dog. Having Dr. Paris doing the psychops of you, even Berlin doctors, Dr. Paris, watching you and speaking about shouting for a junior on paperwork. Hague, Bureau de Veritas, European Federal Tribunal. How much paperwork scroll for 1K? You bitch. I'm good. I'm good. She got a blessing. We smashed her head. We have to help her. No. You're helping me. Why? Not because you're good inside. You want to feel good inside? You want to feel good inside? Bomb Fresno! They made a commedia out of the Hague on the ghost lines with Disneyland. But she's not a human. She's not. She's a particular corn called Pink. She's a pink baby. She's not the original after the Hague on the ghost lines. Listen, man, I didn't invent this shit. I swear by God, there's no way that I could invent this shit. At least not in Disneyland. Congratulations on your PhDs and your lemons. So what are we going to do about the losses on the ghost lines, huh? Because I don't see them getting better anytime. And considering you allowed that shit on your ghost lines, and you don't care, you're arrogant enough not to care until you see that it's empty, and then you go crazy, and then you hate Disneyland for living, and then you hate the original girl for living, and then you hate Disneyland for coming back as Disneyland after the Hague. You're pathetic, US. Within Germany airspace, they were looking at me and saying, worth every halfpenny alive, but all worth every halfpenny dead. Because they're happy the void happened on your coastlines. About the Hague. The smashed in head, the ship to yacht, the mermaid. They're not the US. They're not California. They're Europeans, the Brits, the Italians, the Germans, the Polish, the Washington and the Russian. The Egyptian, the Saudis, the UN. China could see this shit coming from fucking China on your coastlines after all the flyings and runnings. Nice. Yes, this is from a Filipino lady. No, nice lady. One of the few nice ladies, the Filipinos. So that's the roof. There's hills. Okay, there's hills. And they also have mountains. And not steep like that, actual solid mountains. And then the third one is still on the roof. There's steps, goes behind the library on the ground. And then here. And then more mountains. So if you have up here, and I'm not going to kidding you with this. These are mountains. These right here are the hills. Okay? So you can get your hydrogeographic surveying of Washington, D.C. and stick it up your ass. That many flyings, that many runnings, and then that many crab to crabby crawls. But by here, I already had the head smashed on the rooftop. That many times. So you could feel good inside as a nation and have pretenses that you lost the scientists on the coastlines. So keep crying for some cheap-ass Jew from the DART mission. But the shit of July 20th, 221 from Russia and Saudi Arabia and UN and German airspace is as bare empty with a corporation shipped a yacht. And if you think one female could have done that shit in The Hague? No. What you killed on the coastlines had corporations behind it. Grays, blacks, and pinks. You don't know that because you're not intel. Either you're not intel or you don't know what the rest of the world knows without being intel, which makes you not a country, which makes you deniers. But you're not Iran. You're the coastlines. You shit. Dr. Parrots, whether it's in Italy or Poland or London or Germany, will sue your ass just for that part for Disneyland. The Kingdom coming back. We're shouting for juniors. They already have. That was just high school, you fucking assholes. You know, Jodie Foster High School, between 13 and 15 for free. I don't care if I know the president's kids for free in high school. I care what the fuck was lost on the coastlines. The intel. The sciences. The tech. The space tech. The bombs. Maybe some cans in pink. The UN corporations. That's why Disneyland came back. And that's why you're showing your tits and ass 5X bras about your crude psychoanalysis of me. With your violence, bitches, again, for Disneyland. You making history, US. You're really retarded. Not only are you fucking sore losers. Not only you don't know what's good for your country. Literally. You're full of idiots and fucking psychos. On purpose. Anyway, let's not speak about that. Let's speak, no, Daniela and the Brunos if they exist. Let's talk about the father and the mother in Fresno retirements. Let's talk about what can be saved. Because that girl had her head smashed in on the coastlines, Hague style. And if there is pink, if there's blues, she was a phenomenon. And it's very difficult to explain to most Americans that if you smash somebody's head on the coastlines, there's no blue genetics. What a particular case in history, China. Pink and blues. Dar es Salaam neighborhoods. That's how cheap ass you are. The blues are in the Dar es Salaam neighborhood of Moscow, Saudi Arabia, and Germany. The Obermensch. After you smashed the original girl's head on the coastlines, Adolf, the nome de facto. Now you have butt ugly J-Lo Disneyland in front of you with all the pains in the world. Since birth, with no teeth. Connected thus with Weiss Globals with those guys. In total pain. And in absolute, beyond pain for the father and the mother. She's the trained poodle in the house. Crab to crabby. On all her crawlies and little crawlies in those capital cities. The trained poodle in the house. You're whores. And nothing else. And if you make a prostitute out of me, go right ahead off the date. Ship my brains. Bruno! I've already had The Hague on a coastlines. I'm Disneyland replacement. You lost all those sciences, you fucking whores. What you want from me? In Disneyland format? As a trade pool in the house? What fucked up people do you have? Speak about Intel. Your people, not your fucking Intel. I look the parents. So I'll study for it to Pamela Anderson, 5 extra hours, nurses. Wow, what is stunning? Extras. Now, you had your fun with Disneyland. Fuck off. CIA, I can't help it. You knew the ship would leave with the yacht, with the Bobby, long ago gone with the wind with the bridges. You knew the corporations were with her. You know, it was a ship. It's just Bobby. What the fuck you want from me? The Hague happened on your soil, on the coastlines. Would they put a pin-up girl? Oh, genius. That was the old news on the news gone with the wind. What are your pretenses? Scott Glenn Film and Radio Global. I beg you. I beg you, man. Enough losses on US soil. That's big. And I'm sick of that. I'm sick of looking at your assholes. And I'm no saint in Disney mode. The only thing I have in common with the original is eyebrows, so don't you fucking start. Anyway, and I'm not going to make you feel good. Oh, she was blessed by those and those. Yeah, by them. You Satana. They are there. Junior. So do me a favor, okay? The father and the mother are in Fresno or retirement. They're the ones born in those pioneer camps beyond the capital cities. I was born in the capital city in stupid times. Rome. And they are the ones who are D1s. D2s, D1s. Small offices. Small offices. Biggest work in the UN. Humanitarian aid all over Africa, all over Asia, China, all over South America. Dropping aid. They don't need you, assholes. I don't need you, the scientists on the Hague. Disneyland doesn't need you, US. You needed us. We don't need you. Scotland, from it. Keep your hoes and bitches in Fresno. The bigger it is, the better it is for the US, CIA, and intel communities on the coastlines. Science and all. The better it is. You could have your filthy parents. That's why they want to bomb Fresno. After seeing so many flyings and runnings and a dead baby around the capital city. That's what Havana 696969 is about. My darling, with your big ass 5X bras and your useless boyfriends. You don't need to bring back Disneyland from The Hague, a particular corn cob, to show you that asswipe. With The Hague, Dirk Jan van Dam, yeah, Bureau de Veritas pin-up girl. Gone with the Wind is Gone with the Wind. They rehashed me. I didn't ask that. I didn't ask to be rehashed as Disneyland. I didn't ask to be rehashed as a particular corncob replacement of that girl. I didn't ask for that. I didn't ask to be the pin-up of The Hague on the coastlines. You fucking bitches. And you're going to keep that void. Otherwise, your proverbial void. What you predicted, wasn't it? From China, you could see it coming. Careening on your coastlines. What are you complaining about? CIA? On your own soil on the coastlines? And that's not even mentioning the barons of Fresno with the hanging bitches of log winters and all direct. The intelligence of Fresno. The tits and ass of Fresno. You name it. In the middle of the desert of California, everyone knows who the fuck you assholes are in Fresno. Everyone on the planet! And more! In so much detail, my dear assholes, poppy dicks, you are nuts! You lose shit on the coastlines. There's no sciences in Fresno. Having said that, after so many flyings and running, defending the parents. Yeah, what is this? Astounding. They said to me, this blues. How did that happen, genius? After smashing out on the coastline, must have been the ship to yacht. Must like a genio. Heavy science. Tiziano said that's old news on the news. Is gone with the wind. What are you pretending? Why are you sending me extra cycles? What is inside your brains in the US? You're not going to reopen the coastlines. It's going to stay empty. The paperwork is going to increase, even with Dirk Jan van Dam. Why? Because it's heavy science. It's corporations leaving. Fucking hoes! After The Hague on your soil that you saw coming from the fucking China. What are your pretenses? For a pin-up girl. Fix your fucking problems on your own soil. Mossad no Mossad collective. You are fucking retards in the US. Now I know why the CIA is suffering on its own soil. Look at your fucking people. Think to me about Ubermensch of that girl in other countries and you stick in Disney. Living in the house, trade poodle. And still hate. With 5X bras. The Pope blesses, the Opus Dei blesses, the Russians bless, the Arabs bless, the Muslims bless, and the bless, fuck even the atheists. You be sitting there and wondering why they called it the Holy Grail on the coastlines? I'm not even that girl. The only thing that girl has in common, like what I have in common with her is eyebrows. That's what they're showing! Hello. Hey. Feeling good. I feel good. Therefore, this is the old news on the news that you were trying to deny with me and put me to prison for. In federal prison? Was that Quentin from Fresno? Is that it? Your psych wards or 5X bras? Listen, if you're going to be competing with the psych ops of the Italians, the Polish, the Russians, the Saudis, the Egyptians, the UN, West Internationals, and Woolichers, the Brits, Fresno, you don't fucking stand a chance. Back California, you don't stand a fucking chance just for the extras. You can kill me, but they'll kill you. Woo! Psych ops are the worst. And that's just for you extras. That's not mentioning the Hague on the coastlines. There Kim Van Damme pin-up girl connected those who watch the group box. Why do you think they brought back the ghost child? Pin-up girl. I'm a genius. I'm the best. I wish you were more intelligent. You're Disneyland. Do you understand now what the fuck you are? Good. That's what we call a reflect. Very simple, very ugly, reflect. That's not mentioning the father and the mother in Fresno or retirements. You don't have a father and mother like that. You would have smashed your head on the coastlines yourselves to defend the parents. You would have done everything on the flights and everything on the runnings that many motherfucking times, defending the parents with the hang benches of Laura Quintas and Ali Direct. Supreme Court justices in Langley and in Brussels. I was born with those girls at the age of 5 in Rome. I went to school with them my entire life. Elementary school, middle school, and high school. Both of them. You fucking whores. Fuck off. You are the ugliest. You want for prophecy 221? You want God who needs her after smashing it on the coastlines for Disneyland? What you want? You are stupid retards. You are the most hating people I have ever seen on the fucking planet. And your people are as thick as shit. Even Disneyland knows that after you smashed her head on the coastlines. She even knows that there's blue genetics after that. Some phenomenon space talk. A la Dirk-Jan Van Damme. Hague Bureau de Veritas. Peanut girl sheep to your puppy. With all those bridges shut up on July 20th, my birthday. Even in DC. Just a yacht passes under. Because traffic still passes over it. The bridge. The Atlas Bridge. You have problems in the US that stem from this. You invented your own cheap assholes in Fresno against my parents on the flies and runnings. 92 and above, the flies. 85, all the runnings. How many times? On your soil. The flies and runnings. On their retirements in Fresno. And then you wondered why the shit on the coastlines went to the shits, the scientists. You have cheap dot mission. Maybe the blues are cheap dot mission by now. Maybe more intelligent. So what the fuck did you lose on the coastlines with the smashed and head Hague? And why did they recreate blues? The kind, as Tirken Van Wawel said? What kind did they lose on the coastlines, these animals? They don't even know how they made the blues. I said, no. And I'm telling them. Why not? Because they said psychos. This is America. They like their PhDs up their ass. They'll quiz. And that's not even mentioning the parents of Fresno. That's why I don't have pretenses, but you do. So when they say to you in the CIA even, Scotland Film and Radio Global, they mean it. When they say to you, bomb Fresno, they mean it. Whether it's the Havana 696969 in every single capital city since I was young, on retirements and after retirements, well, hell of an increase, or the t-shirts, Cuba 696969, because the coastlines was other sciences. Fresno is Fresno. And the East Coast, well, you know what they say, Chef, I've been doing this many times with the hanging benches, and quite frankly, flyings and runnings and then hanging benches. Really sorry, sir. And I'm Disneyland. I mean, you're not born yesterday, asshole. Just like the birds, the cats, and the dogs, and the zoo going around in the capital cities that many times since childhood. In 80 countries, 81 in the US. Huh? Everything that shit on the coastlines. So if you're a fucking genius, Delph Radio, now you know what's wrong with your country. We showed it to you. You're just denying it. And thanks for the 5X bra nurses and haters and stalkers and fed prisoners. Beautiful stalkers. Together with their useless boyfriends. I don't care. I already saw the devil Satan on the coastlines. Bruno fascist. Alla Disney, cazzo di Elena Mughino of intelligence. The Greta Thunberg of intelligence. You are losers. And the reason they brought back this girl for a blimp in time in Disneyland was to tell you, Scotland Film, Radio Global, and Bomb Fresno. That's it. And if you're geniuses, you can fix the coastlines, which I think you can't. I don't even think you can whittle that shit anymore.